Hey folks, so before we get started on this video, I just wanted to kind of jump in here real quick. If you've been following our channel, our videos are typically about 3 weeks behind where we are today. It kind of gives us the ability to just continue to get footage and then put our videos together. Well, the last video and this video and the next video, there's quite a few days in between them. And the biggest reason for that is because I just had surgery to fix a hernia. And so my ability to do some editing is kind of taking a back seat to my recovery. That said, we will be talking about how I got to where we are and the whole hernia and surgery and all of that jazz here in a couple of videos. But, you know, again, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up, kind of let you guys know what's going on here in real time on the homestead. All right, well, I hope you enjoy the video. All right, so we've got all of the walls up. I'm now working on the upright for the ridge pole. We're gonna go with up on the top here, we're gonna go with a 4x4, a true 4x4. And we are going to cut it at 30, well, let me just show you. So we basically want a 36-inch off the top of the walls. In order to achieve that with this 4x4, what we've done is the 4x4 is 31 inches long, and then we've cut this groove right here in the center, and that is where the ridge pole will sit. I left these two little wings on here, and what I think I'm going to do is drive a couple of nails and pigtail them up into the ridge pole. And then I had to cut this little groove here so that the rafter would actually fit on this pole. So when I put this up, it's going to kind of sit this way, with this side being on the inside of the kitchen. This side will be on the outside so that I can have that outside rafter sit on top of here. So I've got one built. I got to build the next one, and then we're going to put these up. So we've got our 4x4s cut. So now what I'm going to do is get up here and get those 4x4s installed. We're going to get them secured, and then the next step is to get the ridge pole up and in a position so that I can measure out my angle for my rafters. Once I have my first rafter, the angle set up, I'm going to make that my pattern piece, and then every rafter after that I'll cut off of that original pattern. The reason I'm doing it that way is so that every single rafter is exactly the same as the first one that I'm going to measure up. So we're kind of under the gun this morning because it is supposed to rain later. So my goal here is to get these rafters up, get some tarps on this so that the building doesn't get wet tonight. So So it's important to note that I am not a contractor. I am not a framer. I am not a builder, okay? All of the buildings you see that I am building, I am learning as I go. So please don't take what I'm showing in any of my videos, whether it be this video or 8x12 power shed, the connecting of my cabins, as, you know, biblical. It's not. I'm really just going and figuring it out as I go. I bring that up because I've got to figure out where my angles are, and I am sure there is a surefire technical way of doing that, but for me, I'm gonna take this scrap piece of 2x6 and I'm gonna put it up on top of my hoist there, and then I'm gonna throw a rafter up and I'm gonna eyeball it, draw my line, and that's gonna be my pattern piece. So, is it the right way of doing it? Hell, I have no idea. Is it gonna work for me? You're damn right it is. And so for that reason, that's why I'm doing it. So again, please don't take anything I'm telling you or that you see in my videos as, you know, this is the way to do it, because I don't know if it is or not. I just know that it works for us. And if you do get to learn something out of it, that's fantastic. If you are a contractor and there is a better way, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I am always willing to engage with you folks, and honestly, I'd like to learn a little bit. You know, you can only read so much on in books, and you can only see so much on YouTube. There's nothing that compares to, you know, one-on-one engagement and information. So leave those comments down below, and yeah, I gotta get to work.
Heading up the west coast in the morning to find a place where no one knows our faces or our names.
Okay, so now that I have my edge cut for the side that will actually bolt or screw to the ridge pole, what I'm going to do is use this little gadget, and I'm going to get this angle because I want to put the same angle on the back part of the rafter, so that when I put my plate on, my back plate is level and plumb per se. So that's what we're going to do now.
Where the land and ocean meet. Wake up to the sounds of no one around. And as the sun comes up, the glow will show us where we meet.
And so essentially what this does is it gives me the same angle back here as I have up here. So when I put my rafter up, these will be plumb. So we'll just cut this end here, and then that'll be my rafter. Oh yeah, this should be good. Now I gotta figure out how to get my ridge pole up. Maybe I'm just gonna stick it up there. We'll see. We'll get it up. these 2x6s that I'm cutting out right now, these are 10.5 inches long. These are the extenders that will extend the roof out 12 inches off the side of the wall. So these will actually be attached to the gable end rafters, and then on the outside we'll attach another rafter. So I need 20 of them, so I gotta get to cutting. Okay, so now that we have all the extenders on the gable rafters, the next step here is to add that overhang rafter. In order to do this though, I need some help, so our neighbor here, Richard, has come to give me a hand. So we're gonna put them up, and yeah, here we go. You only have to do two. So now that we've got the end plates on our rafters, the next step here is we've got to put the end plate at the end of the roof. So that is what Rich is doing now. So it's been a few days since we've been working on the outdoor kitchen, and as you can see, we are ready for strapping on the roof. Now, I'm not quite sure yet how I want to go about doing this.